Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to trade the open and how to profit thousands of dollars within the first few minutes of the stock market opening, maybe hundreds of dollars depending on what your position size is. And again, that really doesn't matter. I put the position size up there just to kind of show people, because when I first started trading, I'm like, nah, that's not possible. But it is. So you can make a shit ton of money in a few minutes and be done for the day. It happens every day. You can also lose money, yeah, but this video is going to cover, how to find stocks with a high probability of the stock price increasing as soon as the market opens and how to take advantage of that. So specifically, I'm going to show you guys how to use Thinkorswim's Active Trader to get in and to get out of a trade very quick. So you're in, a couple minutes later, boom, you're out. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, take the money and run. So that's what I did this morning. I'll show you guys step by step on the chart. And then also I'm gonna show you what website that you can look on, because there's certain information that you want to know about stock or company before you go into a trade or before you make a long-term investment. There's just certain things that you want to know that are going to affect your decisions that may come up in the future, and that may cause the stock price, to rise or fall. So, lastly, if you guys have not yet, please subscribe to the channel. It's down in the right-hand corner, little white button, and I would appreciate that. And like the video, thank you so much. If you do subscribe to the channel and you're interested, I am going to be emailing out a watch list. So basically, every night, Monday through Thursday, or actually Sunday through Thursday, I'm going to email out a watch list of stocks that are good to trade or maybe even swing trade the next day. So swing trading is holding it for maybe a week or 2 weeks, a month, who knows, right? Then to trade, like day trade, that's going to pretty much change every day depending on what's going on in the market. Right now it's short squeeze stocks. So this is another short squeeze stock here with the example that I'm going to use. So yeah, just let me know if you're interested in getting that watch list. Just subscribe, and then I will email it out to you guys so you can take advantage of it. It's a lot of work that I put into it. I mean, it's literally hours. I use a bunch of different news sources, so rather than pay for that, I can just tell you some good ideas, what's possible to get in, and maybe what to stay away from too. So with that being said, let's go right into the trade here. So we'll go to our Thinkorswim here. Now, this is a daily chart, and the stock is Workhorse, WKHS. It's basically another short squeeze stock. This is a daily chart. All these purple lines are basically support and resistance that I drew out over whatever period of time, right? Now, let me just go in a little bit. So, this is the overall picture, right? You got the stock coming from $4 all the way to 42, then it dropped back down. Today it was trading at like, $10, $11. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. 1 day, 1 minute. Actually, let's go to the 5 day, 5 minute. So here is 5 days, 5 minutes. Let me shrink it down a little bit. So this is what's been going on with this stock over the last 5 days. So here we go. 2, 3, what we got? 6 on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 days. So here, 1, 2 black, 3 black, 4 black, 5 black. So black is when the market's open. So you can see this build up over the past few days. What's been going on the past few days? AMC short squeeze, all kinds of short squeezes, BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry. Now, so going into how do you find stocks that are going to short squeeze? Well, 1, 2, also if you subscribe to the channel and email me, I'll give you a list of a bunch of traders that you can follow on different social media platforms, where it's literally like information come right to you just by going on social media. They'll post ideas, and if you know how to read the chart and you have a brokerage account, you can go in and possibly make some money. So that's the whole meaning behind the channel. So hopefully I can help you guys do that, and we can do it together. So let's see here. So this was a day trade, right? Now, how did I know what made me want to get into this trade? So to answer that question, I'm going to show you here where I go to kind of look for information on stocks. So this is main website that I use called finviz.com, right? So finviz.com. So just type that in your search box. Now, when, let's say, like this morning, I went on social media and I saw, a trader talking about Workhorse yesterday. Now it's on my radar. I'm watching it. So to find information about that company specifically, you type in the ticker, WKHS, enter. And then that's going to pull it up here. So here's the chart, and here's the information you want to look for. Now, short squeeze. What is a short squeeze? You guys, if you've been watching the previous videos, you should pretty much already know. Short squeeze is a stock rising in price from the people who are thinking that the stock is going to go down in price. They're losing money, so they have to buy the shares, and it can get real out of hand and move very quickly. So here's the information you want to look for to see if a stock is a possible short squeeze candidate. So this one right here, see this shit. This one right here, short float. So what percentage of the float is sold short? So float is how many shares there are for the company. So in this case, there's 122 million shares. The shares float 112 million. So 112 million shares are floating out there in the public. Now, you take that 112 million, right, and take 42% of that. So almost half of the shares that are out there to trade, people are thinking that the stock price is going to go down. Now, this is updated on the first of the month, every month, so this is pretty accurate, right? We're in the beginning of the month. It was June 3rd today. So half of these shares are sold short. So we got about 50 million, going around there to trade. So when you're trading, that's one thing you want to look for. And then, some other things that help is, insider transactions. So they're down 38% this month. Institutions own, right? So institutions own 45% of this thing. That's good to know because, if you don't have any institutions that own it, institutions usually like to hold stocks for a long period of time. They're more interested in the long-term goal. So that's good to know. So you can kind of get an idea of a breakdown of how many shares are out there, who's holding it, how many are short, and then see when you look at the chart, let's say you were short and you're looking to see, all right, what did it do the past couple of weeks? Are shorts in trouble? Because if you were making money as it's gone down and then all of a sudden you had a rip up and now you're down money, do you think maybe they're staying in? Did they cover? Did they get out? What's going on? So you do the psychology behind it, all right? So yeah, this website just gives you a lot of information on basically the company and the stock. So there's price targets on here from different banks, good banks to use, and really, Goldman Sachs I like. Goldman is a really good one. But for instance, so if you see here June 3rd, right, Dow Jones Futures, you can click on each one of these. So each one of these is a news article that was specific to this company today, because you got the date here, June 3rd, and then you had some stuff on June 2nd. So let's just look at June 2nd, right, which was yesterday, 2021. Why Workhorse stop pop today, right? So it'll explain to you what's going on. You need to know what's going on before you get into a trade, right? So this one saying here, companies in the electric vehicle sector are reaping the benefits, EV stocks that have been beaten down 2020, yada. So basically, you had a little bit of the electronic vehicles stocks right there were popping for a little bit. So you take that into consideration. And then also the theme, since pretty much I made this channel, has been short squeezes. It's been, 3-4 weeks now. AMC's been going for a while, GME. So short squeezes, when you're buying a stock, it's good to know. And you can make a lot of money because you're going to get a rapid rise in price if the shorts get squeezed and they have to cover their position. You're going to profit pretty quick, more so than you would if it was just a regular trade. You got some good news, maybe it's going to move $1.50. Whereas in a short squeeze, you can move $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 depending on the stock price. So yeah, that's where you go, finviz.com. And if you're looking to like a long-term investment, you pretty much want to look at the same information as well, and just kind of see how many shares are out there, what the company did the prior quarter, what their earnings are, things like that. And then look at the price targets too. So down here, where was it? On the main page, right, where you see this workhorse, these price targets right here. See, I have this set up in black, so it's kind of hard to see, but you'll see Oppenheimer here, outperform to perform, and then they'll give you a price target. So let's say it's like $200 and the stock is at 50, and let's say Goldman Sachs said that. You can bet your ass that that stock is going to probably rip as soon as that report comes out from a reputable source. So, there are banks that are shit that you don't, pay much attention to, because there's some shady shit that happens, especially with the shady companies where they'll do, say this and say that. So pretty much find out what banks are reputable and which ones to, hold more clout and believe in, I guess I should say more, right? So yeah, that's FinViz. Then another thing you can use is Benzinga Pro. So this is, in my opinion, the best news source to use as a trader. You will have a live voice come over your speaker whenever anything's going on. Say, hey, the president tweeted this, or Apple just recalled 50 million phones, yada, yada, yada. And when you get information like that and you know the ticker, okay, AAPL, go to Apple, hit short, boom, you can make some money real quick. So Benzinga Pro is really good. You get a 14-day trial. I'll put the link in the description below. And in that 14-day trial, when you open it up, it will literally show you how to go through there and operate the website, so you can benefit from that. So that's just a little bit on that. Now let's go into the trade here. So go back to Thinkorswim and look at this chart here. So here's the 5-day chart. And we're going to focus on these 2 days, because this is, I found out and was, thinking about this trade and watching this the day before. So let's try to highlight this without, okay. So there's our 2 days. Okay, so here's yesterday, and here's today. So remember, the EV sector, electronic vehicle sector, was heating up. Workhorse is part of that. And then in addition to that, Workhorse is heavily shorted, as you just saw on finviz.com, right? 40% of the shares are sold short, 42, whatever. Now, a good short, interest is like 20. So we're at 40 here. And I told you guys in the previous videos, stocks can get over 100, but 40 is good. Like, you're going to get some movement, because like I said, in the beginning of the month is when that number is reported, and we got in this trade on the 3rd. So that information is pretty good. So you saw here on the 2nd, stocks rising, the sector's doing good. We got some short squeezes going on. So stock went from about $10, and then in the post market got all the way up to $14. So a $10 stock going to 14, that's a 40% increase, in the value of the company in 1 day. That's pretty significant, especially when you got that many shares out there, about 100 million, got probably 50 million to go long, whatever, you do the math. So then this morning, when it opens up, you see here at 4 in the morning, and this is why I said in my previous video, select a broker where you can sell your stock at 4 in the morning, because some brokers only let you sell at 7, some at 8, some at 9. So if you have a broker that lets you sell at 4, let's say you bought here the day before at $12 on the close, you wake up at 4 in the morning, look at this, you can sell for $15.50. So $3.50 a share. So you got 1,000 shares, you got $3,500 profit. Whereas the in this account, the TD Ameritrade account, here's where you can start to trade right here at 8 a.m. Still could have made some money, but not as much as the people who sold at 4 a.m., right? Okay, so that's that. Now, I got into the trade because I knew it had a high short interest. The EV sector was moving, and then also the short squeeze stocks were moving, and this is pretty much a short squeeze stock, and we found that out on finviz.com, right? Plus, like I said, if you guys subscribe, and I can send you an email with good traders to follow, good news sources, how you can find this information, because you need to have the information before you can get into the trade, and you got to understand what you're doing too. So this is let's go to a 1 day 1 minute, and we're going to break down the trade here. So we will decrease this a little bit. Okay, so here's the pre-market, and I'm not going to highlight the whole chart because it's not necessary. This is a 3-minute trade, literally. So in and out of this trade. Where is this thing? Let's see. So very quick, right? In, out. Now, in order to do that, you have to have your thinkorswim platform set up properly. So when you first open up thinkorswim and you have it, and you go to a chart, right? So here's your chart tab up here. Boom, you open your chart. Okay, you type in workhorse. This is what you got. All these purple lines and green lines and yellow lines and this line going up like this and all that. I put those there, and I can explain what they are. It's really not important for this video for you to learn how to do this, though. So basically, the purple lines are areas of resistance or support that usually the stock will probably go to or have a rough time going through, or maybe bounce off of. So anyway, right, knowing everything that we just talked about, right? The short squeeze stocks are moving, the electronic vehicle stocks are moving, and then looking at this chart, remember when we looked at the 5-day, like you saw the build up, so that's anticipation. Think of the psychology behind it. People are getting excited, and it just makes sense, right? So workhorse, highly shorted, electronic vehicle stocks are moving. All right, so let's trade this. Now, this is something that you want to trade on the open. You want to get in, you want to get out. In order to do that, you want to have your chart set up, right? And then you want to click on this right over here. So active trader, go on active trader, and this will pop up. And you can customize this to pretty much, put whatever you want. Buy market, sell market, buy the ask, sell the bid. And then in addition to that, what you can do is you want to have auto send on so it will go immediately. Just make sure when you have that auto send, that if you hit a button, like if I accidentally hit join the ask, I'm going to be selling shares. If I accidentally click buy the ask, you're going to buy the shares and whatever amount is in this box right here. So, you set this up to how you want it and choose whether or not you want to hit auto send. If you don't have auto send checked, then it will give you a little prompt like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? So I didn't use that. I don't use it. So anyway, rather than hit join the ask or buy the bid or sell the ask or whatever, you can hold down shift and whatever number you have in here, and you click on this. See, it says buy 2,500, right? Boom, you'll buy 2,500. Put an order in for $14.44, and then when you go to sell, you can hit shift and then hold this. Sell 2,500 at $14.54. So in and out. You need to be in and out on the open because things move very fast. I don't really recommend anybody who's starting out to try to trade the open because it can get really hectic. You want to wait till things are calm and buy at support, sell at resistance, and also use paper money. I'll do a video later on how to use fake money in the real market where they'll actually fill your order. So you don't have to be trading real money to learn how to trade. You can just, before you log into your platform, rather than use your real money, you click paper money and you can still trade, and it's live pretty much. So you'll get your order filled, you'll sell. If you're losing money, you'll see your account going down. If you're making money, you'll see the account going up. So anyway, right, we bought in anticipation of this. We see this volume coming in. This volume here, this is the pre-market, right? So this is 925, 926, 927. So you see it building up and building up and building up. And when you look at the previous days, this volume wasn't here. So to figure out how much volume, was in that candle, you just stay over the candle and then look on the bottom left where it says volume. So you had 104,000 shares and then 124,000. So I had everything I needed to know that this was a good trade to get into and try to profit on a quick spike. Why is it gonna spike right out of the open? Well, there's orders set to buy. People will buy on market on the open, and then the main thing too, the sector's hot, and then the people who were short this stock, in other words, so they're going to lose money as it goes up. They're going to sell their position, so they have to buy the shares to get out of their position. They have to buy to get out. Whereas, what we're selling to them at a high price, that's how we're benefiting off of this. So here we go. All right, 9:30 market open. So we got 1 minute and 2,200,000 shares trade. So 9:31. I said, okay, I'm going to get into this trade, and I bought 3,000 shares with all intentions to get the hell out quick. I didn't buy all 3,000 at once. These little yellow lines, I marked those as my buys. So I bought here, and I bought here. Then I had 3,000 shares. This minute finishes, the second minute goes by, so we're at 2 minutes now, and then 3 minutes. So it's 4 candles, but it's really 3 minutes when you look at the buys and sells. So 4 minutes, right? When that opened up, I'm buying here, and then I got my 3,000 shares. Now I put in 1,500, and when I get up to this level here, I can hit, boom, sell market or join the ask. So join the ask means you're going to ask the same amount that the person who's selling it right now is going to ask. So you're going to, go along with them. Or you could sell the bid. So whatever the buyers are willing to pay, like over here, $14.36, that's what you're going to sell it for immediately, rather than trying to get a higher price for it. So yeah, 3 minutes, boom, boom, in and out. Now, you don't want to be doing this trying to buy shares like this. Look, right click, buy, like you'll get smoked, rejected. You're buying, yeah. So I have this on. Yeah, I guess I got this luck. Whatever. So you want to use this active trader, go in and out, and be out of the position. So literally, you can make thousands of dollars in the first few minutes of the market being open, and then be done for the day. And that's nice, right? So on this stock here, it's a short squeeze and it's part of a hot sector. So we get in and we get out. There's plenty of situations and plenty of times, where this happens, and you just have to kind of be ready for it. But if you know what's going on, then you can get in, you can get out, you can benefit from it, make a bunch of money, and be done for the day. So let me see here. I'm trying to show you guys. For whatever reason, this thing is not pulling this up. Second line, shit. Flatten now, auto send on or off. So here's this section right here. This is where you can customize things, right? So quantity with buttons, right? You just double click on that, it'll move over to here. Sell to ask, move over to here. Sell market, time and force. Working orders indicator. So it's past midnight, so the profits on this doesn't show up anymore. But pretty much it took 3,000 shares, and I got an average of $15.32. 3 minutes later, sold those. I sold about 1,500 here at $15.73 because you just want to lock in some money real quick. And then I sold the other half of the position up here at $17. So I wound up making like $3,500 in the first 3 minutes of the market. I got out, and I was happy with that. So that's how you get in a trade and out of a trade really quickly. You have to use active trader, or else you're trying to trade the open with right clicking and buying and changing the numbers. You can do it, but you can't. Don't expect to succeed. You want to use the active trader And whatever trading platform you have, you want to be able to trade with the click of a mouse. You don't want to be typing in numbers, this, that, and the other. And you can also set up your trading platform to use hotkeys. So if you hit like Control S, it'll sell. Control B, it'll buy. However you want to set it up, you can set it up. So that's this trade here in a nutshell. And like I said, you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm going to do a little bit more of an active trader video to explain things and go over little tips and tricks on how to use it. In the next video, I'm going to cover really how to use the fake money in Thinkorswim, right? The paper money, how to set up your charts, and then how to use like the drawing tools. So you can draw these purple lines, you can get like moving averages. I'll go on a little bit of that, get the average price that the stock was bought that day, a bunch of different little things like that. And then another cool thing is how to set up alerts that will actually go right to your phone. So let's say I want to buy Workhorse when it goes to $18.24. I'll right click, create alert, right? Now tell me it's gonna give me an alert when the price is at $18.25. In that note, I'll put buy now, good to buy, whatever you want to put, or short, don't matter, sell position, don't matter, and then create. Boom. Now that alert is in there. So once the stock hits $18.25, I'm going to get a text message, an email, and then whatever else I have it set up to alert me on, I'm going to know right away. Now that, when you're trading every day and you look at a chart, you just make an alert on it, because that becomes better than a watch list. It becomes better than news, because if you're a technical trader, you're just being reminded on the spot as, hey, this stock is a good buy here right now, check it out. So it'll pop up, you check it out, you can get in the position, and then you get out. And then last thing too, I said a while ago I'm going to do a small account challenge. So I started that the other day with the AMC trade. I had a $500 option account. So what we're going to do for some fun in June, we're going to see how much money we can get that $500 account up to. About up to $1,600 right now. In the next video, I'll go into that and show, like, the buys and sells and all that, so you guys can keep track, and just to show you, it's possible to make that money pretty quick. Now, here's the filled orders for this trade, so you guys can see. So look, right? 933, 931, 934. So in and out, 3 minutes. Done for the day, if you want to be. I mean, why trade? Why lose the money? So you guys have any questions? Just let me know, and I'll do that small account challenge and kind of go into how to trade options. You can make a lot of money very quick with options. You can lose a lot of money very quick too. But we'll go into what makes sense to buy and what not to buy, what to stay away from, because it can get very tricky. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate that. Hit the like button. And if you have any friends or family that are wanting to learn how to invest or trade, send them to my channel, have them subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And you guys got any questions, just let me know. And if you want, like I said, I'll be emailing out that list. So subscribe, let me know. Thanks, guys.